See how cops stage a crime scene, not realizing the body camera they are wearing. While some citizens are sharp enough to get away from corrupt cops, others will live to tell their story of how they had their whole lives turned upside down because of police corruption. But what was the reason behind their gruesome actions? Michael Clark. Just before 11 p.m. on May 30th, 2021, 75-year-old Michael Clark's life would change for the worse after he answers the knock on the door. A neighbor reported him to the police for punching him over noise complaints.
I literally just saw banged on the door, or through the wall. Bam, 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 and I'm sleeping. Shut the fuck up! And so I came out and was like, what's going on? He wasn't here, the dog wasn't here.
Okay, and then what's it look like?
I came out and I was like, what's going on? Right to the fucking mouth.
Okay.
Which room is he in? I don't know. Right there, possibly?
The neighbor tells the officer what Clark did to him.
He busted all of my shit. My nose, my mouth.
Okay.
This is what happens to him next.
What do you want?
What the fuck? That motherfucker
over there.
Put it down, motherfucker!
Put it down!
Put it down!
Get on the ground down!
Back up. Get out here right now!
Clark expects the officers to listen to his side of the story. He shows resistance by not complying to the cops' orders. However, he seems confident in his story and stands his ground. Little does he know, the officer's next move would change his entire life forever.
Get on the ground!
No. They hit that wall so hard, I thought they were going to come through the wall.
And while Clark laid there unconscious, the police would drag him out of his apartment.
207 taser deployed. Party came out with a machete.
Okay.
The officers, who later would be identified as Ellie Summers and Nicholas Hanning, talked to the apparent victim for only 1 minute 35 seconds before taking away a man's healthy life. Without any proof whatsoever, Summers and Hanning tased Clark, even though the neighbor had no visible injuries, was visibly intoxicated, and there were no signs of blood anywhere. Had Summers and Hanning checked the neighbor's record, they would have found that she has a history of lying to the police officers and getting arrested for it. She was also charged with a domestic violence crime and also for attempted murder before she snatched Clark's life with her false complaint.
Sir, talk to us. Talk to me. Talk to me. Sir, talk to me.
The sword in question was dropped by the officer himself after he found it hanging on the wall inside Clark's house.
Where did you find that? Did you have to hunt for it?
It was laying right there on the ground when I walked in.
All right. I did not get that down.
Not arguing with you.
I did not get that down.
All right. We're going to sit up.
I did not get that down.
I'm gonna go down with you.
It was on.
You want him out of
top
cuffs
up there.
up here? Okay.
Did you go in my apartment and look for weapons?
Mr. Clark, you got to sit up.
Did you look at my apartment and look for weapons?
We don't need, they don't need to look out in the apartment. It was here in the hallway.
The officer tried to stage a crime scene, but forgot he was wearing a body camera recording his every move. Apparently, Officer Hanning thinks he is above the law. Hanning and Summers will be fired and a $7 million settlement will be reached. Clark would be paralyzed for life. Kenneth Espinoza. It all started when a traffic stop was made. Nathaniel Espinoza was pulled over by the police officer Mikhail Noel for an alleged traffic violation.
What's up? Deputy Noel with the sheriff's office. Let me get your driver's license ready. Pull that dog.
Allie, get back. Can I ask why you're a little snippy?
The problem is?
What's the problem?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're following too closely. Can't you see the roads are icy? You see me slowing down and you're still coming up behind me. There's no reason for you to be doing that.
Brakes in the ice either.
It's not good. Don't tell me how I should be driving. Okay, I'm in a marked. All right, well, that doesn't give you the right to follow a marked patrol car close like that. What if I had to stop? I know there is ice there. That's why I was cruising, so I don't slip.
Both, really.
There's no reason for you to be that close behind a marked patrol car.
You can already notice anger in the officer's voice. The officer, Noel, keeps speaking harshly to Nathaniel until he gives him his ID. When Noel leaves to check the ID, he spots Kenneth Espinosa's car pulled over right behind the patrol car.
Do you need to be behind this traffic stop?
Yeah, I do.
Why?
It's my son right there. He was following me to Florida.
Okay, he's on a traffic stop, so you don't need to be behind it.
Why you gotta be mean?
Oh, I'm not being mean. We just don't like when people pull in behind us.
I don't like when they pull my son over for nothing for following.
That's what we get paid to do, to pull people over.
But you don't get paid to be a you're
But you don't either, okay? I don't got to put up with your okay? I asked you a simple question, okay?
Nathaniel's father, Kenneth Espinosa, who was driving right behind him, also pulled over to support his son. He will not get a good welcome from the officers. Officer Noel furiously knocks on Espinosa's car window and asks him why he has stopped his car. Even though Espinosa calmly explains to Officer Noel his situation while maintaining respect, Noel doesn't seem to be in the mood to be particularly nice with people that day.
I'm recording too. I asked you a simple question. If you have attitude, that's your problem, okay?
Pounding on my door.
Yeah, you saw me and you rolled your window up when I came. Hold on a second, okay?
No.
You rolled your window up when I walked up, okay? So I knocked on your window, okay? You are not a cop. You don't need to be behind me, okay? So you need to leave right now.
I don't need to do anything.
You got 5 seconds to leave, okay? There's no reason for you to be behind this traffic stop. No reason, okay? No reason, okay?
It's not a public
No
street.
reason.
Do I not pay
Okay,
taxes?
do you always stop behind cops when they pull people over?
I ain't stopped right behind it.
Okay, you don't need to be here. You don't need to be here, okay? You need to go.
No, I don't. I'm waiting on my son.
All right,
He's
fine.
right back.
The officers told Kenneth to leave, but he resisted to stay. The two will have a good minute of argument where none listens to the other. Kenneth Espinosa doesn't want to leave his son all alone with the cops, while Officer Noel thinks it's unfair to him that Espinosa has made a stop. When Officer Noel fails to send Espinosa away from the scene, he barges towards his patrol car and brings back something that would leave Espinosa shocked.
You need to go.
No, I don't. I'm waiting on my son. He's my ride back to Wilson.
Leave. Leave. That's the car. Stay. Hey, stop the car. Get out the car. Get out the car.
What are you gonna do? You gonna?
SD4, give me the radio. Get out the car. 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 Get out the car.
Stop it now!
Get out the car.
Get out!
Get out the
Get out!
For some reason, both officers have been extremely angered by Espinosa's resistance to stay and support his son. At first, the other officer, named Henry Trujillo, tells Espinosa to leave immediately when Officer Noel barges towards his car to bring his weapon. The question is, why did he change his mind and told Espinosa to stop again? Did Officer Trujillo realize what was about to happen to an innocent civilian? This causes utter confusion and chaos. Clearly, Espinosa is confused and scared about the sudden aggravation in the behaviors of both officers.
Get out the stop it now! Get out! Now! Get out! Get out of the car! Now! Get out of the car!
According to Colorado revised statutes, state that police officers must apply nonviolent means before resorting to the use of physical force. Clearly, the officers were already too angry to remember the law, or most likely, they think of themselves above the law. If you were pulled over by really angry officers, what would be your first reaction? Let us know in the comments below.
Hold on! Now! I'm kidding now! I'm not
You're under arrest.
I'm not.
Get out. Turn around and face the truck. You're under arrest.
Okay, guys.
Put your hands behind your
Settle
back.
down.
Put your hands.
What happens next will become the cause of a big lawsuit against Officer Noel and Officer Trujillo, after they resort to extreme physical force to a civilian who is not even suspected of a crime.
Yeah, we're recording it. Yeah. What the hell do you think you're doing?
I ain't doing anything.
Okay. Now you're on a traffic stop and you're trying to drive away?
Get out the car. Don't stay put.
Get out the car. It has nothing to do with anything. They don't have jurisdiction over it. Get out of the car. Put it in the car.
I just did.
Seatbelt is off.
You know,
Don't pull away from me.
I'm not.
You're going to get lit up.
I'm not.
Okay, you're going to get
You're
lit up.
breaking my arm, man. Hold on, I'm gonna get out.
Get out the car. Get out the car.
Can you hold on? I'm not.
Get out the car, man.
I'm trying.
Get back over there now.
I'm trying. You just stay there and record. Ow. Then you guys
Get out.
hold on.
Now.
I'm getting out. I'm not.
You're under arrest.
I'm not.
Get out. Turn around and face the truck. You're under arrest.
Get out.
Okay, guys.
Put your hands behind your
Settle
back.
down.
Put your hands behind your back.
Put your hands behind your back.
I'm going.
Put your hands.
I'm going peacefully.
After tasing and violently pulling him out of his truck, the officers will resort to more violence out on the road.
That's all right. I'm a
Turn around and face the truck.
I'm already cuffed, man.
You guys not listening. If you listen, you want to get manhandled.
Now let's
Don't
go.
move.
Let's go.
Look at Espinosa's expressions when the officers tell him he is going to jail. The fear, helplessness, and flicker of shock pass across his face. This is not what he expected when he parked his car for his son in the first place. What happened to the son who was originally pulled over by these officers is still unknown. Instead of issuing a ticket to Nathaniel Espinosa and getting things done on the spot, these officers wanted an adrenaline-filled adventure that day. After violently dragging him into the police car, the officer pulls him out of the vehicle once again. This time he searches Espinosa for a long time, but fails to find any weapon on him. This enrages him further, and he crosses all his limits.
This is how it's going to work. Okay? You're going to do what you're told to do, and that's it. Stand up. Stand up. Up against the car. Spread your feet.
Come on, guys. You just stop. Come on, man.
I might as well.
This is ridiculous.
Well, quit acting like an idiot.
I mean, that's how I something. I got a piece in my head. You guys shot me right in the goddamn face.
That's fine. Go ahead and roll meds all up here.
Quit grabbing my arm.
I'm not doing
Knock it
that.
off.
I'm not good, guys.
Lean up against the car.
Jesus Christ.
Spread your feet apart.
I can't.
Spread them.
241 is better than nice, son. I'm not doing this. Jesus, I thought you guys were good, man. I stopped.
Later on the body camera, the officer can be heard explaining why he shot Espinosa in the face. He claims that since Espinosa was running away from him, he had no other choice but to shoot him in the face to stop him. Note that the officer himself asked Espinosa to leave. However, when he tried to leave, he violently stopped and tased him all over his body and on the face before arresting him. Espinosa spent 1 day in jail. After being released, he will be charged with various offenses, which included resisting arrest and using force on a police officer. Later in the year, the charges were dismissed by the district attorney's office. In 2023, Espinosa filed a lawsuit against Officer Noel and Officer Trujillo. Both officers are not on their administrative leave, and their department stated that the case is being handled by an outside agency. A man who knows the law.
Roll it down?
Why do you pull me over?
I'll tell you that if you roll it down.
Why can't you tell me now?
Because the reason I pulled you over is you were yelling something from your car.
So what?
Huh?
So what? That's why you pull me over, because I'm
Because I don't
yelling?
know if you're in need of help or anything.
Oh, I don't need help.
So,
Thank you.
Okay, let me see your driver's license real quick.
This man's dash cam saves him from an illegal traffic stop. Apparently, the deputy asked him to stop because he was concerned that the man yelled because he needed help. However, the man knows what is really going on with the officer. Because he yelled at the officer, he was pulled over in retaliation. This is against the First Amendment, which states that the police should restrain from acting out in retaliation against the civilian's protected expression of speech.
Of course I did. You can hear the sound on the dash cam too.
Let me see your driver's license. You can just crack the window if that's what you want to do.
It's already cracked.
I can't see that.
Well,
This thing.
it doesn't matter. Here. I don't wish to answer questions.
You have to let me know if there's a weapon in the car. Did you not take the class?
I did.
Did they tell you you have to tell them?
When you demand identification, I have to display this. That's what they told me in the class, that's what the law says.
Apparently, the guy knows the law better than the officer, who is adamant to get him out of the car and arrest him.
Alcohol in your breath?
No, you don't.
How do I know?
Because you can't smell my
I
breath?
can smell something coming
Oh,
out.
really?
Let's see. Let me do some field sobriety.
I don't think so.
Okay. Yeah, where are you coming from?
Huh?
Where are you coming from?
You saw me where I was coming
Oh, I
from.
just saw you driving down.
Are you done with this?
I'm done with that, yeah.
All right, cool.
When nothing works in the officer's favor, he asks the man whether he is in possession of a handgun. The man refuses to answer his question because, according to the law, he is not compelled to reply to any other inquiry of the officer since it is not a traffic stop. The officer then tries his luck once again and asks him to step out of the car so he can do the alcohol test, which is completely unnecessary in this situation. Luckily, this time, this man knows the law and understands the corruption that runs deep in the law enforcement department.
Can I? You do have a dash cam, right? Very good. You can't just pull me over because I said the police. I hope you realize that, stupid. I'm sorry?
You have insurance on the vehicle?
Yeah,
Can you show it to me, please? It doesn't come back.
of course it comes back.
Not on my system, it doesn't. Also, it's not typical behavior for somebody to be yelling out of the vehicle. Have you had anything to drink tonight? Is that your current address, 1622?
Is that a question?
Yes, sir. Is that your current
Do
address?
I answer questions?
Okay, I'll just assume that's incorrect then.
And why would you do that?
Ask you a simple question.
Did you read my address on the driver
It
license?
didn't have an address. It didn't
That-
have an apartment number on your driver's
Of course it does.
Let me see. Can you verify?
You've already seen it. I've already complied with that part.
I know. Okay, I'll be right back. Yeah, I say that I've never met anybody quite like you that would yell at an officer doing their job. But
So,
you have a great
let
day.
me
There's no
understand.
warnings, no fines, no penalties.
May I ask a
Careful.
question?
There's questions on there. There's the address.
Yeah,
There's
no, I
the-
have a
there's an
question.
incident
Can you
number
get your
on the thing right
supervisor here, please?
No,
Is the stop over?
the stop is over. You may leave.
All right.
You don't exit until I get out. Until I leave.
Well, you said the stop is over, right?
Don't get out. No, I have to
Okay, I'm not getting out. I will.
open the door. Let me get back in my car.
Okay, there is no need to draw your weapon, man. Are you drawing your weapon? I didn't get out of the car. You told me that already.
After the officer realizes that nothing will work in his favor, he goes back to his car. However, he takes out his weapon. It is not clear whether he pointed it towards the man or simply pulled it out.
Warning? A warning? For what? Failed to signal with turn indicator within 100 feet. Drew the weapon on me. He drew the gun.
The man later updates his audience on the lawsuit that he will be filing against the officer. To watch more of these videos, subscribe to our channel and get the latest information about true crime.